Hey everybody, it's Lee with Life Hacks for You. I want to make sure I get a chance to talk to you. It's getting close into the fall, and something really important if you work outdoors like I do, you want to make sure you grease your boots. So part of this is I just want to talk about a cool place to go if you wear work boots like I do. I'm an arborist, so I climb trees all day long. I like to wear Danner boots because they're pretty comfortable. I go to the Danner store, which isn't too far away, and these boots would probably cost typically $260, for example, $270. Maybe they're on sale for $180 or something like that. But if you find them, because I wear 14 double E, which is kind of an odd size, if you look in there, a lot of times if you have odd sizes, you'll find crazy good deals. So 75 bucks for a brand new pair of boots, and especially well-made ones that are here in America, got that USA logo, that's awesome. But the coolest thing I've found is making sure you take good care of your boots to make them last a lot longer. And I've got a few other leather shoes. I actually picked up 2 pairs of Danner boots. I've got these, I just wear them when I'm doing some construction stuff because they got a nice comfortable sole and they're good protection for my toes. But back to the boots, I'm going to show you what I do to protect them. I'm going to be using a white boot grease. Now, I don't think boot grease is really that big a deal. What type you use, I'm sure there's a way cheaper variety than this. I actually got this at the boot store. Bad idea because it's probably way more than I'd normally pay. This was $15. That's ridiculous. But what's cool about this White's boots heavy duty leather preservative is they're using natural oils, not the petroleum byproducts, which I really think is great, and that's what I want to use on my boots. I think it helps them last a little bit longer. I think it's the best way to go personally. I like to use something natural if I can, beeswax, whatever it is. Even just straight beeswax is better than nothing, mixed with something that can make it a little bit softer. Okay, well, so let's get into it. One of the tricks I like to do, I got an old sock, it's beat up, the other one had a hole in it, and that's what I'm gonna use to apply my grease. So a sock's great because I'm gonna use my fingertips a lot and I wanna have something I can get in there with, and using the natural stuff, I'm not worried about bleeding through onto my hand. But here's my boot. And again, 75 bucks, 2 pair for $150. That's pretty awesome in my book, especially boots that are gonna last me a long time. These boots last me about a year, wearing them every day outside. And I usually only have to grease them once, maybe twice. So I'm gonna get a nice little chunk. You can see it right there. And the first step I'm gonna go through is all of the seams where there's any laces. I'm gonna put a lot on there. And I'm just gonna squish it in there and make sure it gets all around that stitching and gets real tight. And I'm going to do that all the way around the boot because that's usually the first place if there's a little bit of an issue where water can intrude. Just a little bit of water can ruin your day if you're working outside all day long especially. Or if you're hiking, camping, whatever, you don't want to have wet feet. Make sure you take good care of your boots. So I've gone all the way around for that bottom set of seams. That's where most of the water intrusion is going to be. And I've got that real good. I'm also getting this edge of the leather that's at the very top because there's also a small seam there and that'll help a lot. Then I'm going to follow through with all these seams as well. The next set of seams, I'm going to get into each one of the seams real good. Pressing the grease in as much as I can. I really recommend this real kind of thinner grease. It's about the consistency of toothpaste. So I'm gonna get that all in there real well. I'm also wearing a pair of pants. I'm not worried about getting greasy or dirty. Make sure you're wearing some work pants. I'm gonna get all in there. Okay. Once I've got all of the seams really well, I'm not quite there, but I'm really close. I want to get up inside of here just a little bit. A little bit of water intrusion there sometimes. There's a few seams just on the inside of the laces. And that's what I like about the sock. I can break down to the one finger and just get in there, which is really nice. And I'm not ruining one of my wife's rags. But this stuff too, so to cut out on weight and probably cost, there's this panels here in the boots that I've chosen. I'm not sure what these ones are called. I've gotten them quite a few times. Yeah, Acadia 8-inch high black boots. So So these are the Acadias, and putting this on there. Now this is waterproof behind here, and I don't go for the thick Gore-Tex, but there is a thin layer of Gore-Tex behind the leather. That way if anything comes through here, it's going to be blocked as far as water getting to my socks. But if this gets soaked or saturated in water, the boot's heavier. So I treat this portion here, and that helps that water wick away and not get soaked into that portion of the boot. And there you go, greased boot, and that's ready to go. That should last me about 1 year. I'll just check all the seams real quick, make sure I got all that stitching really well. You can see the grease is really good in there, and I'm good to go. So that's the quick tip right there. Grease your boots, make them last longer. Find an outlet store near you where you can get a cheaper pair of boots of good quality, so that way you're taking care of your feet, but you're also not hitting the budget like that. I mean, who's got $200 and something to spend on a pair of boots? That's ridiculous. All right, check in next time.